G'day everyone, and welcome back for more Mission Improbable as I continue my journey towards the salvage location and to Yezla Station. It's now very, very dark, and I'm something like 20 kilometers out from the base. No, the salvage, 20-something kilometers out, and I should probably stop being in spectator cam now. Let's go back to first person and continue this journey that is probably going to take me much of the night. Something I was thinking about this week that I wanted to just bring up briefly, largely for people to point me in the right direction, because this is something I haven't done. I currently can't build cameras, so I can't build any sort of reverse camera or anything like that. The closest thing I can use is a turret or a searchlight. But if I do eventually find a camera somewhere to grind down and learn how to build, I'm actually open to the idea of messing around with, because this is a solo game, I don't have to build big, I can keep the build small to make this work, but mess around with one of the camera to LCD plugins, maybe? I think there are a few, so if anyone knows one that's working right now, if you could send me a link to that or point me in the right direction in the comments, that would be awesome. Okay, something about this terrain doesn't feel right. I feel like maybe I'm driving up the side of a giant mountain. I'm trying to get around to where this encrypted data storage salvage site is, but it just kept getting steeper and steeper and rougher, and that angle did not feel comfortable. Only 17 k's to go though. Seems like we got off that mountain though, which means I can probably not keep this part in because it wasn't that interesting. Oh no! No. No. That's steep. I'm gonna have to go down, but this is steep. It's real steep. I did not read this terrain very well. Come on. I'm doing all the things to slow down. We are going slightly faster and faster. Come on. Come on. Level out. Level out. Level out, please. Come on. Okay, we're alright. We're at the bottom. Okay, let's try not to gain altitude again. Or go straight over really rough patches at high speed. Oh, what? Where should I be going right now? I can't tell. This is terrible terrain. I mean, not Earth-like or alien terrible, but it's pretty bad for Mars. That feels better. Oh, I should probably fix my oxygen. I'm gonna be sorely disappointed with with 6.5 k's to go. It's occurred to me that I'm gonna be really disappointed if I reach this salvage site and it's basically just an unknown signal. I've never gone to one of these. I never checked out any of these in creative mode where I could just teleport myself to them and see. I've just been assuming there's something interesting. You know, on par with some of the smaller stuff that I made for Scrapyard. But I actually have no idea. And I started, like, after driving this far, I was like, oh, wait a second. Oh no. This could be really lame. This could be something really small. I don't think it is. I really hope it's not. But man, now that idea's in my head, I don't want it to be that. I want it to be something good. Even if it's too juicy by my standards, like it's got way too many components, all that sort of stuff, I'd still rather it be something that looks a bit interesting. 3.9 k's and I will find out. Assuming I don't crash between here and there. Power's looking good though. 37.5 k's to Yezla Station. So I'll be able to manage that. It's really good traveling out here. This is super good driving terrain. Okay, big sparks. Alright. It's not miniature. Alright, yep, okay. Nope, my fears have been calmed. There is some good stuff here. Ion thrusters. Spotlight. What else we got? I didn't already have a door. Control seat. Oh, got some food. Dumplings, green pellets, clang crunchies. Got the data storage. Let's start grinding some stuff down. See what else is in here. Med kits, sure, why not? Cargo terminal is access denied. What's in there? Reactor components? Blueprint. What? This data pad contains blueprints. Store, safe zone, contracts, safe zone type 2, vending machine, and ATM. Wait a second. I don't have the ATM. Right? No. So if I grind this down, is the mod gonna give me those things? Let's check. That wasn't a feature I was aware of. Nope. That didn't work. I don't know what that thing is on about, but that did not work. I'm not sure if I did it the right way or not, though. Yeah, ion thrusters. That's, somewhat helpful? Oh, hang on. While I'm doing this, can I hook up to that battery and charge up my truck? Connector might be at the right height. I just have the challenge of actually reversing and docking to this thing. It's kind of my wing mirror rather than my reverse camera, as was pointed out to me. Okay. Gently does it. Gently does it. Don't smash the connector. Oh, yeah, it's locked. All right. Switch lock. Okay, battery. Recharge. We'll have a full charge while we're here. That is perfect. If I get really lucky, these are like this one's large grid. There could be some other large grid ones that maybe has a refinery. Even a basic refinery would be great. Because then I can complete any of the ingots based quests. If I got an assembler, obviously that would be massively helpful, because an assembler also allows me to complete those quests by giving me the ability to break down stuff. Oh, top. Oh. Am I about to get pistons from the top piston parts here?
Storm
Okay,
inbound.
I don't have pistons. Let's see what happens. I do have pistons. Yeah. All right, I've got my first mechanical block. I'm not surprised it was a piston, because I know how frequently piston heads get used as decorative elements. I don't recall ever seeing a rotor head used as one, though. I am a little sad that I don't have to find all the variants of each block in a lot of ways, because I think it would add a lot of interesting challenge and a lot more opportunity for excitement, because I found a thing that I wanted to build with. That sort of stuff. But I can't make these mods, so I will be happy to play with it as it is. This isn't the only progression mod that I'm interested in mucking around with, though. Ooh. So it might be that I will play with some others in the future. I just had a bit of a thought. I might temporarily put some wheels back here. I can drive off with that battery. It's probably not worth it, though. The risk of crashing with that is too high. With the fuel tank that I left at Fraser Station, it was suggested that I could put it into the services terminal, like store it, and then retrieve it at Yesla. I know that's technically true, but I also don't wanna. I think I'll have more fun if I don't do that. I'm fine with it being the default settings for it, but I don't think I like the idea of me using the services block as a way to transfer stuff around. So I probably won't use it too much, and if I do, you can be sure I'm probably gonna feel a bit guilty about it when I do. And that's not to say anybody else should or shouldn't feel that way. It's just that's my particular preference for how to play. That's the way I have the most fun, and if your fun is different to mine, that doesn't mean it's wrong.
Health low.
Ow! Stupid chunk of ice. Well, I should really be careful that I don't crush myself doing that.
Low health.
Whoa! That must have been a big chunk of ice. I took off half my health. Okay, so I've got the battery hanging off the back of this. How is my battery on the car looking? I'll do this from the cryotube so I don't get injured. Battery. Halfway. Okay, I kind of that makes it tempting to drive slow and keep the charge coming in. If I put... Oh, seriously? I was in the cockpit for a few seconds! Okay, driving with this battery on the back might not be all that feasible. I kept getting injured so many times that I haven't actually driven off until the storm ended. It's so bad. But I'm gonna crawl along. What I'm gonna do is grab my battery. Where is it? Battery on the rover. There it is. Put this to recharge on off. It should tell me the charge. Yeah, there we go. Charge 67%. So as soon as that gets to full, I'm gonna grind down the big battery. I'm gonna grind down the connector to get the parts out of it. But I figured if I crawl along at 10 meters a second, I should be able to then, well, hopefully charge up while I'm driving. I just realized something. I need to turn off the GPS for the salvage site, but I don't know which one it is. Is it that one? I just want to turn off the one that I've just been to, and I think it's that one. Cool. Because obviously, I've been there. I don't need to mark it again. Alrighty, we're fully charged. Let's try and slow down. Cut these bits off. Oh. yeah, that's it's not been a good way to drive. I might have been driving mostly with my finger on the down arrow. Oh, am I full? Inventory full. Inventory full. Uh-oh. What can I do? I do want to bring a lot of this stuff with me. Is there anything in here that I can get rid of? Scrap, that sort of stuff. Just the tiniest little bit. Okay. Cockpit, you're gonna get loaded up. And what can I do? Could I put a medium cargo somewhere? Temporarily there? Maybe that's not too terrible. That'll get me the last of this stuff. Or at least a chunk of it. I'm gonna forget about the radio communication components because I've already been ditching them, so without bringing them, maybe this will be alright. I'm gonna try and sell as much as I can at Yesla. Alright, that's it. We're full. Let's go. 27 Ks to go to Yesla Station. I am feeling the weight of it right now with how slow this is accelerating. It also means it's gonna be slow to brake. With the battery full, all of that hydrogen is now my suit hydrogen. At least unless I get desperate. But that's enough power that I should be able to get to Yesla, do these missions, go back home. No troubles at all. Unless I break the battery. In which case, I'm in a lot of trouble. It was pointed out to me though that I could have just set up a wind turbine and charged off that, and I'd forgotten that that was an option. It figures that the rate at which the sky is getting brighter, I reckon I'm going to arrive at Yesla Station, assuming I get down this hill intact. I'm going to arrive at Yesla Station just as... Oh, do I even want to go down this? I'm sure I do.
Storm inbound.
Just as the sun properly comes up. I'm sure I want to go down there. I can't actually tell what's at the bottom.
Your health
Ow, but I think I'm going to have to
low.
because otherwise I'm going to die. Because I can't get out of the cockpit while I'm on that slope. Oh, delightful. I'm going to get to watch meteors coming down from inside the cryopod. That actually looks quite cool. Weird, but cool. Oh, distress signal. Distraction signal. I gotta go for this. Hopefully there'll be some more good stuff, even though I'm... yeah, even though I'm loaded up, I can head there because I can just mark it and then head back. Like I can get back there, I can claim it, and then I can go back to it. Maybe I won't get to Yesla Station just as the sun comes up. Maybe I'll get to it much, much later. Because I'll be distracted by this. Alright, what do we have here? Looks like... Oh. Oh, that's big. That's real big. That's also atmospheric thrusters. And hydrogen thrusters. Okay. After this, I will have all thrusters. What else we got? Vents, lights, programmable block. Nice. Oh yes, an AI defensive block. Excellent. That's going to be incredibly useful in combat. Because it's so nice being able to use them to make small grids target further away. Ah, that'll be good. What have you got? If you found these remains, thank you. Thank you for finding me and remembering me, even for this brief moment. Ah, that's kind of touching. Let's claim the grid. There was also an interior turret I thought I spied. Was I going crazy? Mayhaps I was. So I still don't have the ability to make any guns. Oh, yes. Okay. Now we're winning. This has a jump drive. I just got... This ship has all of the mobility things that I need to be able to progress onto space. Excellent. Not that I'm going to be able to build any of them because I'm going to have to find the components. Although buy the components is technically doable, I suppose. Yeah? Buy the parts. I don't know how expensive they are, but in theory that's possible. It's a good find. Motor, steel plate, bunch of nickel. Yeah, not a bad haul. Alright. Got to GPS this place and then head to the station and come back here as soon as I can. Grab all these blueprints. Just in case, I'm going to get some of these blocks unlocked and then I'm going to leave. So I was about to drive off and then I'm like, oh, actually, let's unlock all the thrusters at least because they're the key bits. The jump drive I can't do because I got nowhere to store the stuff. But the rest, the 2 thrusters, I think, worth grabbing quickly. Oh, I just realized something. I'm all excited about getting hydrogen thrusters. I still don't have an O2H2 generator. I can't make fuel. Like, I can buy fuel, which is okay, but I can't make fuel. So, there are still some core parts of getting to space that are kind of feeling like they're missing. But also, without any weapons. Can't exactly go up against the factorum and try and get anything from. Because the scrap that I got doesn't count. I was asked if it counted, and it was a fair question. Because I did say anything from the factorum, and I got the scrap. And I could have just ended the series there. It would have been kind of funny. But I didn't think of it. And I would have only done that as a joke and then continued anyway. That's mean. I've been told in the past the codes and what they mean and that they tie to what type of station it is, but I don't remember them. So let's go find out what this one sells. Alright, what's in the store? Oh, this is... Oh? Okay, that's a bit different to what I was expecting. It's got a Civic hauler, but everything else is... And like... It's got a couple... It's got everything. It's got a couple of ships. It's got some components. It's got a bunch of food. Interesting. I might try and buy some of these medical components if I had the room for it, which I don't right now. Contracts. Acquisition contract. 185 of those, no. 80, no. No. Ooh, yes. Now I'm going to take this because I've got no space to hold stuff and 416,000 credits would be delightful. So let's accept that. That's a lot of platinum and a lot of money. I do not have fruit. I do not have magnesium. I do not have detector components. Nor do I have gold. Man, these guys want a lot of bulk stuff. These are who I want to be near if I've got... Like, they seem to have a lot more of these missions. I want to be near these guys for my, like, for my main base. Oh wait, what can I sell to them directly as well? They're buying... Yeah. I can sell them I can sell them... Oh, let's sell them the 10 of those. Sure. That clears out my inventory a bit. Yeah, these guys want to buy ingots, so... I never checked what they would buy at the other station. I am a fool. Now there's an enhanced drill. Is there a better grinder? There's an oxygen bottle. There is no hydrogen bottle. I will buy the oxygen bottle. Do I have room? I have room to buy 1, 2, 3. Excellent. So my idea with buying 3 medical components is to have enough parts for either to make a survival kit, if I manage to find one somewhere, so I can repair it, or to be able to make another cryotube so that I've got a backup one. Because I think it might make a lot of sense to start building an actual base near one of these trade stations so that I can use it as my proper base of operations. I can start building something to fly, because I've got atmospheric thrusters now, so I should be able to fly around. What was that I just accepted the contract for?
Low health.
Rotten thing. Thruster components, that was it. There we go. Let's go inside before I get killed. Before I get hit again. Finish. Confirm. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Listings update in just over a minute. I now have 649,000 bucks. That is almost enough to buy a vehicle. That is pretty awesome. Okay, storm's still out there. I'm going to wait inside. Since it was still stormy outside, I thought I'd check on the missions. And there's this one. 47.5 kilometers to travel, moderate risk level. My worry is that that's 47.5 kilometers up, not around. And the failure penalty is higher than the reputation reward, and the collateral is higher than the payment. So the risk of taking this is quite high right now, but I'm so curious. I kind of want to take one of these at some point, especially since that's coverable at almost rover speeds. Anyway, if I want to do a courier contract, I need to make something that flies. And if I make something that flies, well, I'm thinking maybe I want a base of operations first. And since this station seems to have a better shop, just in general, it's got ammo for sale, it's got components for sale, but particularly it's got ammo for sale. So until I get an assembler, I can actually buy just ammo, which I wouldn't be able to do with the other base. I kind of feel like this is the place to make a base. Somewhere where I can bring everything and then potentially look at, if I go to expensive, buying something like this guy? Something that can fly? Or maybe this light supply craft, if I can save up enough money for that? Do we have any search contracts available here? We have one. Pays 100 grand. Sure, let's give it a go. And then I'm going to make myself a little bit of a home here. Now, let's hope I can find this thing, because I don't have much time. It didn't give me a lot of... Whoa, that's a rock. Didn't give me a lot of time to actually search for this one. No such luck, but because I now have the ability to refill my hydrogen from the cryopod, I can search from the sky. It's just terrain texture. Let's head back. Oh, this helps a bit, but it doesn't help as much as I had hoped. And how I would love to get a hydrogen bottle. But I saw something off this way. And I really should have invested in making something that could fly before I did this. This would have been an easy mission. Ah, found it. Oh. How much faction standing do I lose by grinding this camera and grinding these solar panels? The camera more than anything else. Is it worth it? Factions. Enlightened settlers. I have a positive reputation of 116. Do I steal their tech? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I really want that camera. Solar panels I can take or leave. That's fine. I can manage with wind turbines and hydrogen engines. But, oh, that camera. I just don't know whether I might find another one. Oh. Oh. This is also heavy. It's also an O2H2 gen. I can't drag this. I'm gonna fail this mission anyway. Can I get to my truck in time? Maybe if I fly to the base.
Fuel low.
Just make it into the safe zone, I'll be okay.
Fuel critical.
Here we go. Ow. Get some hydrogen, fly back to my rover, go to where the pickup is, see if I can lock it onto the rover to bring it back here before the timer runs out, which is, I think, pretty soon. Truck is out this way somewhere. Oh yeah, definitely my truck. Can I get this thing? Oh, I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted by some of the blocks on that thing. The fact that there is a camera on it though makes me think it's not going to be that unlikely for me to find one. But is that assumption going to bite me in the backside? Grr, I don't know. I'm gonna be good. It hasn't been that long since I've been thinking about cameras and wanting to get them, so we'll just wait and see. I should check on the mission board to see how long it is till that mission runs out. How much more time I've got. Search contract. I have 2 minutes. Oh no. Oh no. That's not enough time. Is that enough time for me to quick landing gear with my wheels down, pick it up, and then drive on? We will find out. Very soon. One mag plate. Suspension down. Come on, lock. There we go. Suspension up. Uh-oh. Okay, that went up a little faster than I was anticipating. Oh. Oh. Oh, I just made the thing lighter. And I didn't get in trouble for it. Let's see if it still counts as a completed thing when I drop this off. As I smash the solar panel and the thruster off it. I shouldn't have used X. That was a mistake. Or maybe it was the best outcome because it smashed off the stuff that would have made this heavier. I wonder which part of this is supposed to be delivered. Contract failed? Aw, what? I guess it has to be intact. Oops. Okay. Alright, we did the search contract. Now let's start doing some serious stuff. I need to do some building. I need to do something that's going to make doing these missions better. And I do like this location better than the other side of the planet. And I would like to be able to get to the other side of the planet quicker. So, where around this base shall I build? I think something just on this rise here would be nice. Something that's within an easy flight to cheese the use of their refill station. Though maybe building on this far side of the safe zone from where I parked is better. Because then the flight is easier and it's more obvious what I'm doing. Yeah. I like this spot better. So for this base, I'm thinking its primary function is going to be a platform for building a large grid ship that will eventually be going up against one of those unidentified signals. Maybe a large grid ship with some escort vessels of some type. Something I can take in that's a bit more throwaway. But I also need to make myself some sort of enclosed space. How tall is this truck? Yeah, that's tall enough. Building myself a little bit of a hangar space. At least a parking garage of sorts. So let's say battery room in here. So if I'm going to start flying, I'm going to need a lot more power so that I can get that power into my flying vessels as quickly as possible. Okay, so I need a whole bunch of power cells. Let's see if I can even get any from here. Yeah, there we go. How many can fit in my inventory right now? 10. Alright. See if I can offload more stuff into my cargo. Just going back and forth for 10 at a time is going to take a long time. There's going to be 8 trips per battery. There we go, battery up. Now let's get a wind turbine. I might need to buy some computers. Let's see if they've got them. I got some. I'm pretty sure they do. Ow. Stupid debris. Computer. There we go. Let's just buy a couple of hundred of these. They're cheap. Super cheap. There we go. We will not be short of computers now. Alright, I'm just placing these haphazardly. They're going to get pulled down as I build this thing up, but I got to get back into the station so I can get my health back. Hooray! The storm stopped. Cool. I got 2 batteries made. So, for this base, we need the hangar area. I'm just going to block it out and then hopefully make it look a bit nicer once I've got the rough shape figured out. So one of the big advantages of setting up a base like this near the station is that I can put some cryopods here and I can have a way to respawn, assuming I can buy enough food to keep them operating. So from our little garage, which I'm thinking at the moment I'm going to leave open at both ends.
Low.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in an airlock, make a pressurized area.
Critical.
Even though that's arguably not super necessary given the fact that I've got a station right there that is pressurized. But I would like to have my own space. I would like to have a safe space to respawn in, which cannot be in... I suppose it could be inside the safe zone if I made this into a ship and just parked it there. I was thinking about the layout of this base, and I reckon something that could be interesting to play with here is trying to actually have pressurized corridors between separated rooms. Now, obviously, I'm laying everything out with just plain armor block right now, and I'm hoping to add in some extra details later, but if I can make the shape interesting, even with just these basic blocks, then I can be pretty confident that once I add those extra details, it'll be even better. I was thinking it would be cool to have my initial flyer land not on top of the garage, but rather at ground level with its own separate landing pad. So if this is my living quarters and we've got garage here for the ground vehicle, then...
Low.
Well, my fuel really doesn't last long. Then what I could do is maybe have another corridor coming off the end here to a parking spot. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. Put the parking spot for the flying vehicle as close to the safe zone as possible, because that way if I come in hot, I can try and deviate and just land in the safe zone and not do any damage. Yeah, that's planning for failure. Which is probably not a bad idea. Now, I don't like the idea of that being centered on the end of this. Let's make this a little bit wider. Now, I fully expect that wreck I found is going to give me a lot of steel plate, which is also why I'm feeling confident building out something to this scale. Well, my one and only type of connector I've got access to. Yeah, I think this is going to come up all right. Let's see about storage. I kind of like the idea of using these new bulk cargo containers, assuming I can get the parts for one. Because one of these would look pretty good outside, just kind of plonked as external storage without it being visible from the inside, but not actually inside itself. Now, I lay a bit of foundation here. Grab some interior plate. Oh, I think I've got enough. That was 600 in there. There's only 600 to get this functional. Put it there, so it's got a gap around it all the way around. Yeah. Alright, let's get this gigantic monstrosity built. This is a totally unnecessary container. I'm not going to fill something... Like, I wouldn't even fill a large grid large container in any series where I don't have access to drills, refineries, etc. If I had refineries, then maybe I would get this full. But without access to those, this would all be salvaged components. So it does seem unlikely. And there we go. There's the metal grids. There's the rub. That's what I'm short of. Can I buy any from inside? Also, I should probably eat. Where am I at? 16%. Well, if I leave it a little bit longer, I could eat this burrito without it being wasteful. So we will do that. Aha! They are for sale. But can I buy that many? Oh, down to 279,000 credits. Oh, I really hope I don't get hit by one of those. They look a lot closer. Oh, they are actually quite close. This cargo container is going to need something to defend it, and I don't have any turrets or any guns or anything. And goodbye, medium cargo container. You are not needed anymore. All right, time to eat this burrito. Yum yum. Food back up to full. My health should go up a bit. Sweet. The truck's now offloaded. I've laid out a bit of the base, but what do I have in terms of wall blocks? I'm a bit limited. I've got... Actually, what do I have in terms of windows is more what I'm saying. Oh, I've got these guys, so that's alright. I was imagining using viewports along here as more the window of choice. Though maybe these dune style ones could be nice. Yeah, I can go with these. So even though I have to pay for my oxygen right now, I'm just going to go for a simple double airlock. Like double door airlock, not something with a vent that recovers the air or anything like that. The reason being is I'm not expecting to pressurize this base. I think. Not initially. If I find an O2H2 gen, then I'll buy some drills and then I can pressurize the base because I can use ice to pressurize it, and then I won't care about losing the tiny bit of oxygen that it costs each time I open and close these doors. There is another part of me that's like, but, you know,
Critical.
this is an excuse for building a proper airlock. You could make a proper airlock. And that part of me is actually tempting me right now. I hate myself. Why am I doing this? Making a proper airlock. Talk myself into it. So that means door, space, door. Need a vent above. And then this kind of also gives me a reason to go and collect the oxygen if I manage to find some other bases with oxygen before I find an O2H2 gen, because then I know I'm not throwing it away. I am going to keep this airlock super simple for its initial setup though. I would like to automate it later so that I can do stuff, but I don't have sensors. I don't have, do I even have timer blocks? I do have timer blocks, but I don't have sensors, so I can't do anything like that. I do not have event controllers, so yeah. My idea is this is going to be set to depressurize, so I just have to make sure I don't open this outside door until there's no air in here. And similarly, when I go in, I have to make sure I close this door, so I'm not depressurizing the rest of the base, but, you know, worst case there, I just recycle my air, so that's not terrible. For the moment, I'm just going to keep building in this green color, I think, because it's the color that I happened to pick for the jalopy, but I'll add some lighter highlights to it as I go. Oh, do I have truffle lights? I do. Yeah. Excellent. I was just thinking about the lighting in here. I'm like, how am I going to do the lights? I'm going to use truffers, and then I'm going to use 2x1 slopes at each end of this corridor. So I think that'll look nice from the inside as well. Okay, let's get this to my usual shift. All right, take a bunch of the blue out. So looking at what I built, you might get a hint at one of my more recent goals with building in Space Engineers. That's really to try and finish as much as I can as I go, which is why I've got this mostly complete looking corridor and onto an empty platform. And a garage with lighting, but incomplete walls. And I think that's going to work best in this particular scenario because I can't make stuff like steel plate, and I'm kind of about to run out. I think I can see where this base is going to go. So we've got our hangar here, or rather the garage for the truck there. I'm going to fix those wind turbines. Don't worry about the fact that they're offset. I'm going to make an actual turbine tower and not have these just smattered around. Or maybe I'll have them smattered around and have an actual tower. Then we've got, this will be living quarters. We've got cargo storage here. I'm going to put some access points around the place because it's a bit of a pain going to the one spot. Because the access points, other than this one, are facing down to the ground or already have a conveyor on them. But I'll fix that. Given a little bit of time. We've got a spot planned out for a small grid flying thing. So that's something, initially, my plan for that will be something small enough and cheap enough to fly that I can easily recharge it, but that should be useful for doing search contracts. Hopefully with enough thrust that I can pick up those objects. So it can't be super, super small, but it shouldn't be too big. And then the plan for building a large grid kind of builder area, I was thinking of something along here. Build a bit of a shipyard spot to build things from. Why? Because I want to, not because I need to. But we'll see how far that gets. Because it's entirely possible I'll come across a wreck like the one that I found and be like, maybe I should just repair this. Maybe I should just drive this back to Yesla Station and see how much it costs to repair it and accumulate enough cash to do that. There's a part of me that's tempted to do that even for the ship that I found, but I also feel like maybe that one I grind down and I repair the next one I find, if I find another one. But with that said, assuming I don't get hit by a meteor, there's gonna be some more Mission Improbable very soon, and I will see you then. On the dunes again. I'm driving way too fast over the dunes again. I probably should be looking where I am going to. But let's just hope I don't explode again.